This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, welcome everyone. This week's Shabbos is Parshas Parah, and Parshas Parah is the one of the Daled Parshas that comes immediately after Purim. So we want to try to explain in a wondrous way the connection between Purim and Parshas Parah. There is a wondrous Psikta Rabasi on Parshas Parah, Psikta Yudaled, and Chazal tell the following story. There was a Jew who owned a cow, and the Yid became poor, and he had to sell the cow, so he sold the cow to a guy. So the guy worked the cow, and the guy was working the cow Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and everything was going wonderful. The problem was, the next day the guy wakes up, and he says, Elsie, no, we got to work today. And Elsie doesn't budge. Elsie, you hear me? What, are you tired, Elsie? And the guy hits the cow. Nothing doing, the cow won't budge. So the guy goes back to the Yid, and he says, I have to return the cow. No matter how much I slap the cow doesn't do anything. So the Yid goes over to the cow, lifts up his ear, he says, Herzachain, Elsie, listen up. The reason you couldn't work on Shabbos before is because I used to own you. You're now to work for a Yid, but now you're owned by a guy, so you're allowed to work on Shabbos. And the cow started working. But the guy was so spoiled from this. He said, you must be a magician or something. What do you tell the cow? I don't want the cow. I don't want to have it take it. The guy was so startled. So the Yid said, no, it was not witchcraft. I just told the cow that until now the cow wasn't allowed to work, and now the cow could work. The guy got so frightened, he made a kavachomer. He said, Madach, if a parah that can't talk, it doesn't have das, was makar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I, who was created, b'dmus yotzri, I need to be makar as HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the guy ran away and he was megayer. So the Rama MiPano in Golgulei Neshamas, and I'm reading now from Sefer Magid Rakia on Purim, in Maimer Chaf Beis, the Rama MiPano says that this cow was none other than the Gilgul of Vashti, and Vashti was niskan al yedei this cow. And this guy who was Megayer, says the Rama MiPano, was none other than Achashveirosh. This cow was Achashveirosh. But then the Psikta continues. And the Psikta says not only was this guy Megayer, but this guy became a Tana. Which Tana? Rabbi Yochanan ben Torah. Rabbi Yochanan, the son of the cow. And until now they still say over halachas in his name. Okay. So the Medrash continues. The Medrash says a wondrous thing. The Medrash says, and if you are surprised that a cow could do kiruv, it's an interesting thing. People say, who am I to do kiruv? I can't do kiruv. I'm not equipped to do kiruv. Even a cow could do kiruv. So the Medrash says, if you're surprised that a cow could do kiruv, no! The pshat is a cow could even be makar of all of Klal Yisrael. שנאמר zois chukas haTorah, the Parah Adumah. So don't be surprised that a cow could be makarev, because we know the Parah Adumah brings all of Klal Yisrael closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But let's think of what comes out based on this psikta according to the Rama MiPano. Who was niskan al yedei this story? Achashveirosh. Achashveirosh got a tikkun al yedei this cow. And what do we learn out from Achashveirosh? What do we learn out from this guy who was Megayer? We learn out that a cow could be makarev. In fact, the Medrash says, how do we know a cow could be makarev? From the Parah Adumah. So this is a wondrous connection between Purim and Parshas Parah, because the makar of Parah Adumah is the story of Achashveirosh, who was Nazgayer al yedei a cow. So it comes out a wondrous connection between Purim and Parah Adumah, because the same way Achashveirosh was corrected and fixed through a cow, now it's Klal Yisrael's turn to be Niskar Vel HaKadosh Baruch Hu al yedei a parah. So we bring over here from Rav Moshe Wolfson, who points out a remez nifla, that the gematria of Zois Chukas, as in Zois Chukas HaTorah, is HaMelech Achashveirosh. So again, we see Neflois Mitarasenu HaKdosha, the connection between the power of the parah and the Yom Tif of Purim. May we be Zoicha. It's almost Purim. It's only 11 and a half months, Be'ezus Hashem, until the next Purim. Wishing everyone a wonderful Shabbos.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.